Welcome back. It's time for our first Thursday Tip Talk of the new year. And what's interesting about our first Tip Talk of the new year is that we're actually going to talk about last year. Yeah. So last semester, done and gone. Teachers are working on grades. They're going to put grades in here in the next week. Report cards are going to come next week. If you're not looking forward to that for a multitude of reasons, maybe there was a singular class that kind of kicked you sideways, all is not lost. We're going to talk about today how to keep going, because a bad semester doesn't have to mean a bad year. A bad last year doesn't have to mean a bad this year. A lot of people have a sophomore slump or senioritis. It happens. It doesn't mean that you can't have a great spring semester. You just have to be ready and do some work. And this week is going to talk about some things that you can do to have a good next semester.
Right. You can call it a comeback.
Oh,
Say,
yeah.
I know I messed up, but like we said, all is not lost. First thing is to decide to do it. Okay?
Yeah, it's true.
First thing you got to do is decide that this year I'm going to do better. Okay? I know I didn't always turn in my homework last semester. This year I'm going to turn in my homework.
That's a great start.
Whenever I get an assignment, I'm going to do that assignment, and then after I've done it, I'm going to give it to my teacher. Like, I know those sound simple, but that's where a lot of people end up failing out, is because they just don't turn their work in, or they do it and they don't turn it in, or they just don't do it. But step one is deciding, I'm going to do my work and I'm going to turn it in.
Yeah, can I also say, if you've done part of the work, that's better than none of the work. Right. So if you got started on a homework assignment and halfway through you got lost, and you meant to go talk to your teacher before school and you didn't quite make it to tutoring, turn in half the work. Half the work, a 50 is better than a 0 every time.
Yes.
So don't just I didn't quite finish this, tuck it under.
Right. And if you do get stuck, like she said, ask your teacher questions. Mm-hmm. I know sometimes you might be intimidated by your teacher. You might feel like, maybe I don't feel smart because I don't understand what's going on, and I don't want to look stupid in front of my peers, so I don't want to ask questions. If you're not comfortable asking questions in class, come to class early, ask questions at the end. Those of you that are more comfortable with technology, your teachers all have email, and they can also receive messages through Schoology. If you send a teacher a message and you don't get a response, then you follow up.
Yes.
Say, hey, so-and-so, I sent you a message about this problem and I didn't understand, and can you help me out? Because that's what teachers are here for, is to help you understand this content, not just to pass you on. Okay? So make sure you ask questions if you don't understand. Also helpful is to keep sight of what you're working for. Okay? Make a decision, ask for help if you need it, and remember what it is you're here for. You're here to learn things that will be useful to you in your future. If you don't feel these things are useful right now, then just try to find any part of it. Like, I do a lot of rationalizing things to myself to be like, I don't really want to do this, but here's the thing about this that's going to make it worth it to me. And that's how a lot of people get through their days. They figure out, what is the thing about this situation that's going to either help me or it's going to help somebody else, is going to make it worth my time and effort. We were talking about this video the other day, and another thing that some of you, I realize, may not have very study conducive situations at home. If you don't have a quiet space at home in which to do your homework, remember that we're here till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're open pretty much every day. Occasionally we'll have a meeting we have to go to and we'll be closed. We'll try to announce that ahead of time. But most every day we're here until 4 o'clock. And almost every afternoon it's pretty quiet in here.
It's really dead in here.
On Friday afternoon we're here until 3:30. We're also open at 7:20 in the morning. Mm-hmm. These are nice quiet times that you can come and do your homework if your home is not conducive to, quietness and doing homework. You can also come before lunch and pick up a lunch ticket.
Yes.
That will get you access to the library during your lunch time. If you need to eat lunch, then you'll take that ticket with you to lunch, eat your lunch, show your ticket to one of the people that's monitoring the cafeteria, and then come on down here and you can use a computer or you can just use a table to do your homework in a quiet space. So a lot of people, we don't have a whole lot of people taking advantage of this, but that is what it's for, okay? We welcome you to come in. If you need a quiet space to work or if you need a computer to work on, then please take advantage of that. Also, don't forget that lots of teachers offer tutoring before or after school.
Yeah.
If you're not sure if your teacher does, ask them. Miss Pianalto also offers tutoring.
Yes, she does.
I'm trying to look at my sign over there. It looks like Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays in the afternoon from 3:30 to 4:15. And in the mornings on, what is that, Monday through Thursday. Okay, for 20 minutes in the morning, you can come and get some assistance with math.
So she's open even later than us.
In particular. Yeah.
And you could probably go there and do your homework, even if you just had a single question,
Right.
and you could just work in that quiet environment and have someone standing by in case you had a problem.
Right. Now, I know for some of you, transportation is an issue as far as coming in early or staying late. If you ride a bus, and that's the way you get to school, talk to your parents about possibly finding a ride with a friend or figuring out some way that you can get here earlier or stay here later. I know a lot of people stay, like, for example, my anime club, they find a way to stay here until 4 o'clock
Yeah.
every Wednesday or Thursday, okay? Rides can be arranged, but you just got to make that effort, okay? So, again, decide to do better, make a plan on how you're going to do it,
Yes.
put in the effort, okay? You guys can do this.
Yeah.
Keep running towards the finish line. It'll be here before you know it. So,
You really will.
yes.
Good luck. Have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you Monday with some book talks.